Steve Jobs version. Steve Jobs was, he was quirky. I would not like to share. No. Device. Like to walk barefoot. And extensively traveled India during his youth. He was such a perfectionist that there was a period when he had no furniture in his house at all. No furniture because he was perfectionist, because he could not decide what is to buy. He used to read his favorite books all the time, every single year. Yogi by Paramarsana Yogi. This man was not afraid to be himself, remembering that is the most important tool I have ever encountered to help me make the big choice in life. Almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment, failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what I truly important. Job used to say, Steve Jobs used to say, remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap. There is no reason not to follow your heart. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven do not want to die to get there, and yet that is destination. We all share. No one has ever escaped it, and that is how we should be, because death is very likely to be the single best invention of life. The life changes agent. It's clear out the old to make the new one. Remembering that Steve Jobs, the passage which one of the following is not true. Look for death. Death is destination. That is single destination. No one can escape death. Look for death. Steve Jobs believed in perfectionism. Which of the following statement is false? No furniture. Which of the following statement is false? He wanted to buy perfect furniture. He had no money. He was perfectionist. He could not decide what was. He had no money. The passage is written in third person narrative, multiple person narrative, first person, second person narrative. This passage tells us Steve Jobs' life story, very well known facts about Steve Jobs. Some unknown facts about Steve Jobs. सेवेंटी टू का बी है, 73 का A D B 76 का D और A, 76 का C और A है. C क्या है? The narrator I used in the passage, so it's clear that the first person narrative. Okay, so it's first person narrative. The second passage, complete the following. Tilak's message were most effective. Tilak's message were most effective. Which of the following is a result of Lokmanya Tilak's exemplary life? Which of the following is a result of Lokmanya Tilak's life? Which of the following is a result of Which of the following is the general tendency of citrus according to the passage? Tendency. Critics. In context of passage, a reformer becomes effective if a reformer becomes effective if okay, which of the following types of writers can be moral in their life and lack in public life? Which of the following type writers can be moral in their personal life and lack in private life? So the reformer must know that what moves people in this authentication of life, not mere writing. The newspaper and journals that Tilak and other reformers ran, the book they wrote, so little, but the enormous effect. Their writing were known to reflect and be just an extension of their exemplary life. It was the authenticity of their lives which lent weight to their message, to their example. All knew that their lives were an integral whole. When they not when they were not moral in public life and lack in private, not vice versa. They were not full of devious thoughts and scarce resolution within the walls of temple. A writer who is merely entertaining the readers, even one who is merely informing them, can do what he wants with the rest of his life, but the writer who set out to use his pen to reform public life cannot afford such dualities. There is a testimony of one great man about the influence of another, Lokmanya Tilak. I believe that an editor who has anything but saying that what command a cannot easily be hushed until he delivered his finished message as soon as he put on spoke more eloquently from Madhyala than other scholars. His influence was multiplied thousands fold by his imprisonment, and his speech and his pen have acquired much greater power after he was discharged than before his imprisonment. By his death, we have been editing his paper without pen and speech through the scarce resolution of people to realize his life stream. He could possibly have done more if he were today in a fresh, virgin view. Citrus, like me, perhaps concluded Tilak's message were not effective when he delivered through editorial after his death before his imprisonment. When he delivered in speech, Tilak's message were most effective when he delivered them through editorial. Which of the following which of the following is the result of Lokmanya Tilak's exemplary life? The newspaper edited by him did not occur. He was put in jail in which of the following is the general tendency of citrus according to the passage critics? The company of what kind of people is relaxing? The company of what kind of people is relaxing. The author feels that when we meet people, some meetings can be human beings are connected at a level of living and emotion in such a degree that there is practically a network of the psychic in which some encounters are damaging, some nourishing.